Guess what? I am engaged. I have a fiance. Me and Kiana are getting married. So this is just a quick little life update. I actually recorded this episode a week ago, but I am so excited that I didn't want to hold back sharing this exciting news and life update. We had our 1-year anniversary on Friday, and we went to the hills. We planned to go to hike one of our favorite trails, Little Devil's Tower. And last time we did that was about a year ago. In, I think, September is when we went for our road trip. And we loved the hike, and we did it during sunset. And it was during one of the most amazing sunsets that we've ever seen. And so we decided this year to hike Little Devil's Tower at sunset and camp all weekend. And what I thought was just going to be a 1-year letter of memories turned out to be much more. And at the end, she proposed. I would highly recommend checking out that video, our proposal video, because we've been told that it is the best reaction video of all time that anyone's ever seen. And I'm just shocked and excited in it. And it crossed my mind a little bit that she was going to propose, but just recently we had talked about and planned that next year she would propose and then we'd get married. And so I just thought there was no way that she was going to do it when she did. So if you want to check out the video, I will link that in the show notes. It's on the Soph and Key YouTube channel. It's also on my Instagram at Sophia_Dawn41 and my Facebook. The shorter versions are on Instagram and Facebook, where the full video is going to be on YouTube, where I read my 1-year letter and barely get through it without bawling my eyes out. And then Kiana reads hers, and then she proposes, and then it's my reaction. So go check that out. All right, that's that. Let's jump into today's minisode. Hello. Welcome to another beautiful day and to another episode of Flow with the Girl podcast. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. I'm your host, Sophia, also known as Sophie. And I created this podcast for a place for me to share things that I learn, things that I go through, challenges, and things that I grow through. We all have the highs and the downs. And I feel like we have more downs than what people know or realize. And so I just wanted it to be a place where I shared those things, as well as anything health and fitness related, whether it's spiritual health, mental health, emotional health, physical health, really all of it. And this is an important episode. This is actually going to be a mini-sode. So I'm going to keep it very brief, very short. And if the sound is off, it might be because my headphones broke. Actually, the cord broke. And by broke, I mean our cute little kitten, Sushi, chewed on it, I guess. So that's not working, but that's okay. She's over here sleeping and on the windowsill, and it's so cute. Okay. Focus. So today's episode is going to be around mental health and emotional health. I feel like this reminder cannot be said enough. And it's been a while since I have said this or talked about this, or just kind of have it be a reminder for anyone who needs to hear it. So if you are listening and this was something that you needed to hear, please share this with someone else who you think could benefit from this, who you think and know needs to hear this, or maybe just put it up on your stories and share either a quote or the episode, whatever it may be. I would appreciate that. And like I said, this reminder cannot be shared enough. Here it goes. If what you do today is done at a very slow pace, with a lower vibe energy than normal, and you're just trying to get through the task at hand one step at a time, you are not alone, and it is okay. And I want to remind you that you're doing much, much better than you think or realize or give yourself credit for. If what you're doing, whether it is work-related, at your job, you work from home, you're working at a coffee shop, it's a random day where maybe you took work off and you're still just trying to get through the day. Maybe it's a to-do list around the house, whatever it is. If you're going at a slow pace, you feel like you are in this emotional shift. Maybe you're dealing with some extra emotional pain. Maybe you're back from a vacation and you have those post-vacation blues. Maybe you're not as ambitious as usual. Maybe you're not as creative as usual. Maybe you have no specific reason as to why you're feeling this way. I want to again remind you that it is okay and you're not alone and your emotions are 100% valid. For me, days like these, I just had one recently, which is kind of why I decided that I needed to share this, because it is tough. Like, yeah, going through the day, you're trying to accept that you're feeling this way. Maybe you are a female and it's that time of the month, you're in your cycle like that. I feel like that in itself could be a whole podcast, and hopefully someday it will be. But I had to really talk myself through that day and just say and remind myself, and my girlfriend Kiana's also good at reminding me about this, that like, you don't have to go 100 miles an hour every single day. You don't have to hustle every single day. And some days it's going to be just up and down. Some days you're not going to be as creative. You're not going to be as ambitious, and that's okay. Like I said, for me, it's kind of been this like process and practice in my mindset, talking myself through this, because you so badly just want to go and hustle and do all the things, and you have all this stuff that you need to do, and you're like, oh, frustrated, like, why are you feeling this way? And it sucks feeling that way. And when this does happen for me, I try to just take it step by step, move through my day. I focus on literally one task. Like, I know I have, as we all do, probably like 20 things on our to-do list, but I try and prioritize and think, okay, what do I need to get done today? Like now, what's one thing that I can do? And I seriously go slow at it, like through it. And I give myself grace for that. And then when I complete that task, I then move on to another task and slowly complete that. And here's the thing. No, I have no pressure on myself. I have no pressure of living the hustle life for that day. I know that it'll come back to me. It will. I will have another high vibe day. I will have another day where I'm hella creative and ambitious and get all the shit done, all the things done, and feeling on top of the world. But I have to accept and embrace the times where I feel like the world is on top of me. I also try to create a little bit of joy for myself. Whatever that joy is for you, I would encourage and recommend that you do that for yourself. But for me, I like going to one of my favorite coffee shops. I do well working at home, but I also do very well when I go into a coffee shop environment, get my favorite coffee, whatever it is, and again, slowly work on the task at hand there. Or I take a moment to just close my eyes and breathe. I do this more often throughout the day. And even in the morning, like I'll just close my eyes, take some deep breaths. If I need to cry, if the tears come, I just let the tears come. I avoid social media. This is huge. I know for myself, when I go on social media and I scroll, I feel blah. I kind of get down. Even if I have like a high vibe day, I know that by scrolling constantly, I just won't get as much stuff done. I won't feel as good mentally and emotionally. So when these days come where I feel extra low vibe, I know that I just have to avoid social media. Even if that means like taking a break from that creative mode to create a video or a post or something inspirational or whatever it is, because taking that time off of being in creative mode is also being in creative mode. If that helps. Like, it's that reset to help you restart again and to help you become and be more creative. Like when we have to reset by taking a couple days off or a day off, like fill our cup. Well, I feel like that's the same is true with our creative minds, and taking that break can help us to come back even more creative. I again remind myself that it's okay to slow down, that I might not be in a creative, ambitious, hyper-focused mode all the time. So I don't know if you needed to hear that. I don't know who does need to hear it, but I trust that someone listening needed to hear this. Maybe you didn't know that you needed to hear it, but you are being reminded of this and you're like, all right, hell yes, this is good. I'm not alone. And you're not. this is life. It's the human experience. It's totally normal, and it's okay. I want to thank you for being here, for listening to this mini-sode. And with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, week, weekend. Bye for now. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Flow with the Grow. I'll see you next week for your daily dose of positivity and growth.